Last week, Apple had its Let Loose event where they announced the latest updates to the iPads. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick recap of the event. Let's get to it. Let's begin by saying the iPad mini was not even mentioned in this event, even after saying, quote, "We have some huge updates across the iPad lineup," end quote. So nothing regarding the iPad mini, no love for the iPad mini. They also updated the Final Cut and Logic Pro apps for the iPad, but in my opinion, the updates were not even that impressive. The update to Final Cut maybe was the most impressive one you could say, to be able to use your iPad with the iPhone for multiple cameras with an app called Final Cut Camera. It feels kind of gimmicky though. I don't know why, but it feels kind of gimmicky. Because I don't know that many people that with multiple iPads or iPhones that can do in a production or can do a production, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Next, let's talk about the iPad 10th generation. What did they do with it? New chip? Better screen? What's new? Just a drop in the price to $349. Nothing else. It still has the same A14 chip from the iPhone 12 series. For the OS, I think it would have been better to maybe update it to the A16 or something similar to that to make it even more future-proof. I think that would have been good. But I don't make the decision. Next, they updated the iPad Air. That will now have the M2 processor, and it will have a big brother with a new 13-inch model. The FaceTime camera now moves to the landscape orientation, about time, and the new 4 colors are blue, purple, starlight, and space gray, among other minor changes. It will now start with 128 gigabytes, and they also added a 512 and up to 1 terabyte option. The price for the 11-inch starts at $599 and for the 13-inch at $799. Finally, the iPad Pro, and this one got some pretty serious updates. The screen, as rumored, is double OLED panels, and the chip inside is not the M3, but the M4. This is the first time, at least that I can remember, that Apple releases a new chip in an iPad. They are both thinner than the previous iPad Pros, and the 13-inch is scary thin. It looks like it's going to break when you put it inside your backpack. That's how thin it is. It's so thin that it's thinner than the iPod Nano, the thinnest Apple product until now. Both will start with 256 gigabytes and can go all the way up to 2 terabytes. The 11-inch model will start at $999, while the 13-inch will start at $1299. And you'll also be able to have the option to purchase it with nano-textured glass, as rumored, although that option is only available to the 1 and 2 terabyte models. With the new iPad comes a new pencil, the Apple Pencil Pro. The new features include a barrel roll effect to change the orientation of shake pen and brush tools, a squeeze gesture that opens a palette to switch tools, line, weights, and color, haptic feedback, and Find My support. Apple also announced a new Magic Keyboard for the iPad. Within its new features are a trackpad that works just like the Magic Trackpad on the MacBooks, a 14-key function row, including the long-awaited escape button, and the price surprisingly stays the same at $299 for the 11-inch and $349 for the 13-inch. Now let's start with the bad news. Let's start with the Magic Keyboard. If you want the new Magic Keyboard for the iPad Air, that's the first bad news. Too bad. It only works for the iPad Pro. They did update the new version to give us some nice updates. If you would like to keep your old Magic Keyboard instead of getting the new one and get the new iPad Pro, your old Magic Keyboard is not going to be compatible, forcing you to have to get the new keyboard instead. Now, if you thought that was crazy, hold on, because this is even crazier. Try to keep up. The new Apple Pencil will only work with the iPad Pro and the M2 iPad Air. It will not work with the M2 iPad Pro or any other version. Now, if you're saying no problem, I will just keep my Apple Pencil second generation and buy the new iPad. Too bad. The second generation Pencil will not be compatible with any of the two iPads. Whoever thought it would be a good idea to only make the new Apple Pencil compatible with just the new iPads when the iPad Pro that has the M2 processor is the same one that's on the new iPad Air while it's not compatible? It's just crazy. Even worse, the Apple Pencil that was announced that can charge through USB-C, that's only $79. That Apple Pencil will be compatible with the two new iPads, while your more expensive $129 second generation Apple Pencil is not. This will drive people at the stores crazy trying to figure out which pencil works with which iPad. I will most probably purchase the iPad Pro with the M4 processor, 11-inch obviously, not because I think I can do great things with it, but I really want an iPad with an OLED screen, and I'm pretty sure that my iPad, which is a 2018 model, will not be compatible with the iPad OS version that is expected to be announced at the Worldwide Developers Conference. Yes, I know it's overkill, but again, the fact that my iPad is the one from 2018 is the driving force behind updating to the new version. Even though I have the MacBook Pro with the mini LED screen and things look better on it, I still find that to consume content, an iPad is a much better option than an actual computer. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like any of the products? Are you as confused as I am with the keyboard and pencil situation? It took me a while to write that and figure out how I was going to say it because it's that confusing. If you go to the Apple website, which I'm sure I showed you that image, it is so confusing to see what models are compatible with what pencils. And they still sell all of them. It's not like any of them are getting eliminated. They will still sell all of the Apple Pencils, from the first generation to the newest Apple Pencil Pro. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when we have new videos. The only way you can do that is if you're signed in with your Gmail account to YouTube, whether it's on your app or your favorite web browser on youtube.com. Search for us at J.R. Abrams Tech. As always, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at J.R. Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news and rumors about tech. Until next time.